A few days ago, I was standing and talking with some of my friends. So suddenly I noticed that one of my friend is not eye contacting with me. Even when I am talking and everyone else was looking at me and listening to me, that friend of mine was not looking at me. And he also stood by turning his toe and torso from my side to the other side. Because then I was reading this book written by ex-FBI agent Joe Navarro, so I was able to notice this body language of my friend more thoroughly. Later, I came to know on that day my friend was really upset with me for one thing. Thanks to Joe and body language reading techniques. I had already noticed this thing before growing much, and our friendship was also saved. When our loved ones are upset from us, sometimes they don't speak up the issue. That time, the only way to know their true feelings is their body language. And so, in today's video, I am going to share with you how you can read someone's body language step by step as soon as someone comes in front of you. How can you know if the person in front of you is telling truth or lie, or the person is liking you or not? That too you can know by reading their body language. Because I am going to tell you this technique step by step. To learn the art of reading body language correctly, you must watch this video till the end. So let's start. In childhood, when you saw food and you disliked it, you used to shrink your nose and your mother would probably say something like, "Stop making faces and finish the food soon." We should keep our face in such a way that the person in front of us does not know what is on our mind, that we do not want to let him know. If you want to know what other person is thinking, pay attention to their foot instead of their faces. Because even if we somehow control our facial expressions, but we do not pay attention to the movement of our feet. That's why our legs are the most honest part of our body. Before talking to anyone, it is important to pay attention to her feet. If her feet are directly towards you, it indicates that she has a positive feeling towards you. And if she has put the feet in the other direction, then it indicates her negative feeling towards you. If her feet are towards the exit door, it may indicate that she wants to get out of there. If her feet are together or hidden under the chair, it may indicate that she is nervous or wants to hide something from you. So step number 1, look at the feet. You might have noticed that if someone is caught red-handed doing something wrong, then for a few moments, he completely freezes. This is the freeze response of our limbic brain. See, many years ago, when our ancestors used to live in the jungle, they had 3 options during the time of danger: freeze, flight, and fight. And these reactions are still hardwired in our limbic brain and our nervous system. Therefore, in times of danger, our limbic brain instantly and automatically triggers one of these 3 responses through our nervous system, which we cannot control even if we want to. And that's why limbic brain is also called honest brain. If you ask someone a question and he freezes for a few moments, then it indicates that he does not want to tell the answer to that question because he's feeling threatened in some way. Or if he leans away from you, then it could be the limbic brain's flight response to the danger sensation. Or if they start to insult you, it could be the limbic brain's fight response to the danger sensation. So step 2, look for limbic responses. The part of the body which has the most nerves is palm of our hand, and that's why when we get nervous, first of all our fingers start trembling. We express a large part of our emotion through the movement of our hands. And because our nervous system is controlled mainly by our limbic brain, we cannot easily hide these things even if we want to. Suppose you asked a murder suspect, "On that day walking straight to the lane, in which direction did you turn?" If he says with his mouth, "Right," but his hand is pointing to the left, then perhaps he is lying with his mouth, but his hand is telling the truth. Responses like making fist while talking or often rubbing hands help us to indicate their true feelings. But the problem is we do not pay attention to these indicators. So step 3, look at the hands. When we are nervous or uncomfortable, then adrenaline rush starts in our body, due to which we get excited. And at times like these, we start acting in various ways to calm ourselves. Some start touching their face, some touch their neck, some chew their nails. This indicates uneasiness, uncomfortableness, and nervousness inside someone. So step 4, look for pacifying behavior. Notice that every time I am using the word indicates, The reason for this is, if by observing a single body language signal you come to conclusion, then you will make a mistake. Each body language signal indicates a possibility. Your job is to observe whether the rest of their body language signals are also pointing in the same direction. If most of their body language signals are pointing in the same direction, then by combining all those body language signals, then you can come to a conclusion. So step 5, first combine and then conclude. As the author of this book, Joe Navarro, said, just as careful listening is critical to understanding our verbal pronouncements, so careful observation is vital to comprehending our body language.